Welcome back to Uncutunedited. What's going on, guys? This is Adam.
And I am still your reigning, defending, undefeated, undisputed pay-per-view champion of YouTube.
You feel good about yourself? You had one match different than I did.
Hey, doesn't matter.
That's like going on The Price is Right and bidding $1 more than I did.
Hey, still won.
All right, guys. So as you see, Pip's still the champ until the Clash of Champions, or that tiny belt will look even tinier on these shoulders. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about Payback. And
Back, which you got none of this week. No payback for Adam. None.
let's get into the show, guys. So I'm going to start off right at the top of the card here. And we had Apollo Crews versus Bobby Lashley for the U.S. Championship. How do you feel about it and why?
Versus the CEO of the Hurt Business.
Correct.
And this was booming tonight. I got to say overall it was a very solid match. It had, it has its highs, it had its lows, and Bobby Lashley was working. They were both going for it. He kind of, slowed the match down a little bit in those heel spots. And I think, the ending was a little lackluster, but at the end of the day, the Hurt Business is holding some gold, which rightfully they need some gold in their life.
Yeah. As we both predicted, we saw Bobby win this one. It was the right person to win it. It's not that we don't like Apollo. It just made sense for the title to go that way.
And he won it clean, I might add.
Clean. No Hurt Business came in or did any shenanigans, which I was kind of surprised about. But hey, there you go.
Yeah.
Second match of the night, we got Big E versus Sheamus.
My man, my boy, Big E Langston. Laying it down, great match, a win he needed, well-deserved for his singles push that he's going to get here. I wouldn't doubt if you see him in a title picture here very soon.
I think you're pushing it on that one.
Maybe was it New Day to SmackDown, maybe a little Intercontinental title push for Big E again, I think he got one way back when he was with Dolph Ziggler and Vicky Guerrero.
Yeah, you can start pushing him towards the IC title. I don't think it's time for him to kind of put him in the title picture. But that's we're kind of ramping up to. He's not ready for a title shot yet.
Put him in bigger matches. Put him in
bigger names,
high profile. Survivor Series is coming up. Put him on one of the teams. It's a good high profile match for him to be in.
Or the captain of one of the teams.
Or Captain Big E. I'd fall in the battle. That's a lot of man fall in the battle.
It was a really good match overall. Nothing wrong. There was nothing really wrong with any of the matches tonight, but there was no match that just kind of stood out.
I will say every match kind of had the distinctive pattern. It started off hot, and then that middle just really lulled. Mm-hmm. And they picked up the pace, at the end of the match. So it's almost like they all followed the same
generic guideline.
It was the same roller coaster ride each match. There wasn't too much different in there. So, yeah.
All right. So the match that kept the title on this man, King Corbin versus Matt Riddle. Okay, so I need to go. I'm gonna go off on a quick tangent here. We all knew Matt Riddle was winning this match. Even I knew Matt Riddle was going to probably win this match, but I had to take something different. And this is where I thought, maybe WWE will do the favor to King Corbin. I didn't call it right. He called it right. I'm not too salty about it.
And you know what? It's a good cover for your horrible pick. You know, it's a nice cover up. But hey, at the end of the day, you know, I'm in it to win it. I'm here for the gold. I want it all. Okay, if we come up with a second title for the show, I'm going to win that one too. Simple as that. But I think that match overall was very good. It showed a nice battle of Matt Riddle being the much smaller man. I mean, visibly he is much smaller than Baron Corbin is, and it showed a nice balance of Corbin kind of trying to dominate more with his size, and Matt Riddle using more of his UFC background with his jiu-jitsu skills and submissions to try and overcome the bigger man and subdue him more technically, you know, than anything. Mm-hmm. And, you know, it's the Riddle, bro.
It was a true kind of style difference, true WWE style versus true MMA background.
Yeah, very much so.
Okay, so then we have the Golden Role Models, Sasha and Bayley versus Nia and Shayna. We both predicted that Nia and Shayna were going to win the titles. I did not expect that way for them to win the titles with the double submission.
Yeah, we both were thinking, obviously, Sasha, this was going to be the turning point for them, but it's not right now. So, I mean, maybe we'll get that turning point down the road, but we thought we were getting it tonight. Was Sasha Banks turning on Bayley, but instead you had Shayna Baszler, which, by the way, if there was one bright spot in that entire match, it was Shayna Baszler. She definitely shined in that match.
She definitely put the work in more than not more than everybody else, but she definitely was the star of that match.
Yeah, no, I mean Nia Jax. I mean, she's she's the size of the rock. She's not gonna run around like the rest of the girls are. She's gonna be the powerhouse. So of course her moveset's gonna be very limited. Mm-hmm. Pick up, slam, run through, leg drop, elbow, and that's expected of her being so much physically bigger and more dominant than the rest of the female roster. Sasha had some very clean, fantastic moves. They actually sold that face buster out of the powerbomb. I thought Nia Jax broke her nose.
We both did.
She sold it well. Bayley, again, I think Bayley was the weak spot in the match, to be honest with you. I thought she was the weak contender. But Shayna Baszler definitely a star, especially at the end with that double submission. Mm-hmm. And I can totally see now Sasha Banks blaming Bayley for losing both belts for her because Bayley was the one who did tap out.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Even though we did not have the significant turn, the clash coming, it's coming, and it's such a powder keg situation to where it will literally it'll probably be a SmackDown, maybe not this week, maybe next week. I don't see it going longer than 2 weeks, but it's going to be something stupidly small, and it's just gonna boom, and Sasha's going to just snap, like your ex-girlfriend or your girlfriend caught you talking to your side chick, kind of snap.
Yeah, or even the kind of snap of Bayley's going to come back with their Starbucks and Sasha ordered a pumpkin spice and she got her a caramel macchiato. It's just not going to fly. That can't mix up pumpkin spice and caramel macchiato, but it's going to be one of those freakouts.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. What I was hoping was going to be the match of the night, probably had one of the best spots of the night. Keith Lee versus Randall Keith Orton.
My man, Keith Levi Jeans 501, Mr. Limitless there. I'm not gonna lie, we were both stunned. Both our jaws dropped with how that ended. We totally did not see that coming with the clean win. Just straight up threw Randy Orton in the air, spirit bombed him through the ring for the clean win. And it was a nice showing for Keith Lee. Randy Orton, perfect person for him to kind of work with there. And I mean, I guess one thing that maybe we both overlooked in our prediction here is Randy Orton being a heel now, he can lose cleanly and still not affect him because obviously, as we saw after with the King Corbin and Matt Riddle match. I know you walked away for a moment, Adam, but Baron Corbin did attack Matt Riddle backstage to keep it going.
Yeah, keep the heat going.
Yeah, Randy Orton can lose, still keep heat going. Keith Lee gets a very big win to start his main roster career off. And I think it was much, I think it was needed for him. I think he's the right guy to give that big of a win to. Matt Riddle getting a Baron Corbin win, yeah, but Matt Riddle getting a Randy Orton victory, not so much. And it was just really, and him no-selling those chops from Randy Orton. Oh, my God.
Those were some nasty chops, too. Like, those weren't, like little baby chops. Like, he put some effort behind them. And you can tell Keith Lee was like, gotta no-sell this.
Yep, nope. He tried as he might. Randy Orton gave him the old "I'm from Alabama," whack, 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 and he just took it like a champ and then gave him the double bear paws right after cashing in that receipt. Because I'm not gonna lie, Randy Orton probably laid into those a little harder than they agreed upon as a welcome to the main roster call.
It's almost like that TikTok where the dude with the whip, ta 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 ta. That's like,
I'm from Alabama, whack, whack, whack.
That's what it almost felt like he was getting hit with.
Yep.
But damn, and that spirit bomb. I wish we would. One of these days, when we finally get back together, we may do a live, and my jaw was like on the floor.
Yeah.
Spirit bomb was incredible. And in Michael Cole, he hit it right on the head. He said, out of nowhere, he hit a spirit bomb out of nowhere. Because I was like, holy crap.
Yep. No, and that was a good match. That was a great match. I love the match all around. Can't complain.
Yeah, no, it was good. Okay, so we have the Mysterio family versus Seth and Buddy Murphy.
Went just how we thought, with Rey Mysterio and Dominic winning. I wouldn't say it's the most, it wasn't the most exciting match of the night. I think a big chunk of it was just a singles match between Rey Mysterio and Seth Rollins, mostly with, the spots of Dominic and Buddy Murphy in there. Dominic still showing great moves, showing he's improving. Has those clean luchador arm drags. But, time to up the repertoire, son. Time to up the repertoire.
I was really impressed because Dominic is a taller guy pulling off some of those Lucha Libre style stuff while being small as he was. He doesn't look awkward doing it because you're kind of – at first you look at him and he's like, ooh, can he hit that? And he's so clean with it, with how, like, bigger he is. Like, we're so used to seeing this tiny little Rey Mysterio fly around the ring like that, and it's like, whoa, this is something different. But he's very entertaining, and probably once Rey goes away and he gets more of a singles push by himself, he'll be quite entertaining night in and night out.
Yeah, and I think with the ending of the match, too, how it ended, Buddy Murphy kicking Seth Rollins instead of Rey Mysterio. At the end, they had that stare down. So I think there's going to be some turmoil brewing between the old Messiah and his disciple. Could lead the Messiah to be alone very soon, maybe after another pay-per-view or two where Buddy Murphy's going to turn. He's going to become, Dropkick Murphy instead of Buddy Murphy.
We'll see.
The disciple anymore. He'll turn, and that will be a fantastic match. If they ever do Seth Rollins versus Buddy Murphy, that will be an incredible match because Buddy Murphy is fantastic in the ring.
Yeah, and they're building towards it. It's they're at the beginning part of that story, kind of where we were a couple, like maybe 2-3 months ago when the Golden Role models were just starting to kind of warm up.
Yeah,
but yeah, it was a good match. Nothing wrong with it. Good job. And now we end up with the main event, the Universal Championship, and the triple threat, which was really a one-on-one for about 2.5 of the match. You have Roman Reigns versus The Fiend versus Braun Strowman, which was really just The Fiend versus Braun Strowman with a stashed salt bayonet of Roman Reigns.
Yeah, when they showed that segment of he hadn't signed the contract yet, we both instantly knew it was just going to be a match between Braun Strowman and The Fiend. And you know what? One, I don't know if anyone else caught it out there, but Braun there, made a little early jumpsy poo into the ring from out underneath, detect Fiend from behind. The Fiend wasn't even in the ring yet. So
Yeah, he made a oopsie.
yeah, I know he made a little oopsie poopsie, but it happens. My thoughts of The Fiend and Braun Strowman, that should have been the match we had at SummerSlam. That was the match. I mean, they were hard hitting. They were, someone went through a table, someone got thrown off the side of the ring through a table. The ring broke. The ring went. Reenacted a little Brock Lesnar Big Show from back in the day. So that was going well. The Fiend got his little doink hammer there. They even showed a little snippet of Alexa Bliss twice, but no involvement from her in the match like we were thinking. And then we get, just when we called it, they're both down, the ring's broken, Roman Reigns comes in, and we thought he was just going to get the easy 1-2-3 pin right then and there, doing the chicken shit heel move, which I can get with him being a Paul Heyman guy, but, it didn't work out. Wax him with a couple chairs, and then the Fiend gets a hold of those bright, shiny new porcelains, trying to rip those things out, because those things are bigger than Texas right now. And then WWE did exactly what we told them not to do.
Yeah.
And that's put the title on Roman Reigns. Vince, you listening to me, Vince?
Oh.
Took my glasses off for this one, so I'm serious.
Uh-oh.
Why would you put the title back on Roman Reigns? Why would you do that? You literally, congratulations, Vince. Give yourself a round of applause. Because you just killed off The Fiend yet again, killing Bray Wyatt for the third time. 3, 1, 2, 3. He's done. Just fire him now, because there's no saving him after this, okay? And Braun Strowman, you just ruined his momentum too, because you have the biggest hard-on for Roman fucking Reigns. I get one F-bomb before we get demonetized, so take that one, YouTube. But still, why would you ruin that momentum? Why would you kill the character who you need the title on? I get it. Roman Reigns is a Paul Heyman guy now, because guess what? He can't do it on his own. So you need to put him with the man who built up, one of the biggest names in wrestling, Brock Lesnar, right? Because Paul Heyman is, you put him with anyone, they're going to do fantastic. I mean, even Curtis Axel did good with Paul Heyman at his side. But you put the title on Roman Reigns. We're tired of Roman Reigns always being the champion and just bearing. He's not John Cena. He's not going to be your John Cena. He's not going to be The Rock. He's not going to be your Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's just not. Don't have it. If you had anything close to that right now, it's The Fiend. And you killed him. You ruined him. Congratulations, Vince. I know you're listening to me. You screwed up big time. You really screwed the pooch harder than you did with The Fiend and Seth Rollins at Hell in the Cell. Harder than a lot of things you've screwed in the past. And I hope you're proud of yourself for killing 2 guys' careers in one night for a guy who's probably not going to be on his high horse within the next 2 to 3 years. And that's Roman Reigns. Because guess what? Now the rest of the WWE Universe hates Roman Reigns for good. I hate him, and I've given up all faith in you guys in doing anything good ever again. Ever again. Just anything you think you're going to do good, nope, just shoot out the window and just smush it with Roman Reigns. And yeah, I'm done. I'm over this. This topic's over.
I don't got much more to add. It was, I get it, like from a business aspect of it, I get it. I fully get it. Roman Reigns is the bigger name in the world. He's got the look.
the bigger name in Vince's mind. The Fiend is the phenomenon across the world right now. It's only in Vince's mind where Roman Reigns is, this big.
He's got the look. He's chiseled. He's handsome. The veneers are in. But Vince, man, like, let me get a little serious here on you. We get it. We know why you love him. There's nothing wrong with it either. But you don't make a brand new heel a champion right out the gate. You don't, for 7 days. 7 days, the Fiend has been your champion. Before that, when he won it at Elimination Chamber, he was the champion all of 3 weeks. This is ridiculous. Bray Wyatt, Husky Harris, that man, I don't know what his actual legal government name is. I know he's the IRS's son. That man has worked his ass off to be where he's at, to make that character. Let the man have some time. Now, if you're going to, the only way you can salvage, and I mean this, salvage this decision that you just made, is if you push the Fiend Bray Wyatt like he is the god dang Undertaker. It's the only way you can do it now. If you don't, like my boy said, just get rid of him. Let him go to AEW. Let him go to Impact. Let him have the career he deserves to have. If not, you better make him the Undertaker. You better make sure that no one defeats him. The Undertaker didn't need the belt all the time. This was the time that Bray Wyatt deserved and rightfully needed the belt. We're probably going to get hated on, which we don't care. It's not our problem to deal with. I'll deal with the haters in the comments because I am going to come after some people right now too. But it's not smart, Vince. It just wasn't.
The only way you can salvage this now is if you do a big push like he's the Undertaker. And I get it. Not everyone can hold the title all the time. Even the Undertaker lost the title. Stone Cold lost the title. The Rock lost the title. Triple H lost the title. Shawn, all your greats, even the old Hulkster there, brother, lost the title. But at this juncture in life, the Fiend should be the champion. And unless you're going to push him where he is going to torment Roman Reigns' life until he gets that title back, then fire him. Get rid of him.
We could be jumping the gun. We honestly could be. But right now, this is the one time that we will, as fans, give our honest opinion about this. This was stupid.
You should have consulted us, Vince. You should have consulted us.
Hey, Vince, I'm ready to sign on the dotted line.
We come relatively cheap.
We do this for free.
Imagine what we could do if you paid us.
This channel, right now, we do it for free.
You hear that, YouTube? Monetize us.
Mm-hmm. Let me put some coin in the bank. But I put a contest out, guys, just the other day, about who's going to get the shout out for who can tell me what this is. No one said anything. I'm a bit disappointed. Actually, I'm a lot disappointed. So there's no shout out to anyone doing it, but I am going to give one person a shout out because he's been someone who reached out to us when this channel first started. After I made, what was it, the second video, first video?
First video.
Was it the first video?
First one.
And that's going to be the Elitist. Man, I've been watching your stuff recently. I think you put out some great content when I'm kind of not sure where things are going. and I need a little help my way too, I go to you, Paige, man. I think you're awesome. I hope you hit that 1,000 relatively soon. We're both in the same boat, trying to get there as well. We try to be entertained if we can too, but come on, guys. Let's get interactive in this channel. If we don't, why are you watching?
And we're just like we're two idiots talking to each other on a regular basis.
Yeah, we can't even get a high five right.
Yeah, I know. Hold on.
Okay, ready? High five. I'm gonna laugh. It was the other way this time.
Right? I don't know. Let's see. We'll see how it works. I swear to God, I think we fucked it up.
We probably did.
Shit,
There
goes our monetization chances.
There goes you getting a real belt. But guys, in all honesty, we have a lot of fun. A lot of this is us having a good time. But honestly, come on, get interactive. Get interactive with us.
Get interactive with your boys.
And
Make it fun.
Show it to your friends. If you guys are watching the videos and you honestly like the content that we're pushing out, show it to your friends. Leave a like. Leave a comment. Show it to your grandma. Make your grandma make a YouTube account. Make her subscribe to it, and you can talk all the crap to her account.
There you go. We won't talk no smack to Gam Gam. Respect to Gam.
Nana ain't gonna get the smoke.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe we should mention like and subscribe at the beginning when everyone's about to exit the video at like the 15-second marker.
Why didn't you say anything then?
It just hit me. It just, came into my skull.
And you're the champ?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's why I come up with these ideas. You didn't think of that.
Oh, man. Go to the IG page, too.
Yes.
Good night, guys.